Well, hi everybody. Thanks for joining us again on Logistics Executive TV for our series on video production and all things related. Today, as part of our Behind the Lens program, we're now episode 3, and we're going to be talking about visual storytelling. And from concept to capture, I'm joined again by my co-host on the journey through video production, whether it be for online or television or whatever you're into. I'm here with Rob Schreiber. Rob is the award-winning producer and director for Who is Elliott here in chilly Sydney. Rob, thanks for joining us again.
Kim, thanks for having me.
Good to see you. So today, visual storytelling, my friend, from concept to capture.
One of my favourite subjects.
There you go, just as well, because you're the expert. So as the subject matter expert for this series, maybe you can give us a quick grab to share with our audience about the difference between an approach with directing a non-actor or a real person versus a professional actor. Most of our audience is going to be, if they're producing material online on socials, most of them, LinkedIn, like us, they're real people, they're not actors. So what's a couple of the quick cut-throughs on directing those sorts of people?
Interestingly enough, real people can either, it's a hit and miss. Right now I've worked with CEOs that get up and talk in front of hundreds of people on a stage.
And nail it.
There's no problem at all. They just kill it. As soon as you sit them down in front of a camera, they can't even get their name out.
Been there.
Many times. And it's quite remarkable, actually, how many people just freeze as soon as that camera is on them. And I don't know whether it's the fact that there's someone standing behind the camera or whether it's the light that's shining in their eyes. I don't know. But they really do, like deer in headlights. They just sit there and they can't talk. Now, part of the thing that I often do, particularly in the corporate scenario where you're interviewing that CEO, let's say Oracle, for example, one of my clients for 10 years. Now, the person from Oracle that's generating the story will be doing the interview. Now, I'll be doing the technical side, running the camera and directing the shoot. And I usually say to them, hey, look, if this person is uncomfortable, if they can't, if they do freeze in front of the lens, this is what we can do. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a little secret nudge, a little secret wink or something. And instead of putting the pressure back on them and saying, actually, well, because you froze or you stumbled or this, I'll come up and you just look at me and I'll say no. And then I'll look over and I'll say to you, sorry, there was a technical error. Mm-hmm. My mistake. We're going to have to go again.
Okay.
So that takes the pressure off of them.
Yeah.
And in the end, after they've done it 3 or 4 times, they're looking at me thinking, Jesus, he's a bloody idiot, isn't he? But it takes that pressure off of them, it relieves it, and all of a sudden they just start to relax.
Okay.
And one of the tricks that you also do when you're doing this is that you've got a list of questions in your interview. So you'll start off with the first question, the second question. You go through all the questions and then you go back to the beginning and do the first 2 questions again.
Okay.
Because by the third question, that person's usually loosened up, relaxed, and are being able to tell their story.
Good tips. Good tips. So when you're shooting, are you already thinking about the edit, or you just want to get that raw shots out there? You want to get the data out first, and then you'll think about it.
From a director's point of view, you are thinking about the edit. From the minute that camera starts rolling.
All right.
You're thinking about how you're going to open it, how this is going to work, where's the B-roll going to go, or if it's a product, a video. Quite often when you're working on jobs with agencies and slightly bigger budgets, you have a storyboard.
Yep.
Right? So what the job is as a director and a DOP is to shoot that storyboard, right? But the job doesn't stop there. Once the agency is happy and your client's happy with that shot, then it becomes the director's job to go, or the DOP, to get together and go, right.
What's a DOP?
Director of Photography.
Thank you very much.
Yes, okay.
Good.
That's a good one to know, isn't it? Okay. Or otherwise known as a cinematographer.
There you go.
So
is that those technical factors are a big issue to create that emotional content?
Yes. And I could go on about this for years. Honestly, it's such an in-depth, the psychology that goes behind a framing of a shot, where you position the talent in that shot, what type of lighting you're using, and whether it's a sharp background or a out of focus background, right? It's all types of lenses, the type of apertures that you're using on those lenses, the type of lens that you're using, and the format that you're shooting in.
Brilliant.
It all creates different types of emotions for the person that's viewing that image.
Okay, sounds good. I'm picking up a lot of intel here, Rob, so this is going to be useful for me and my team moving ahead with the interviews that we're doing after this. So, quick to finish off this this program for this episode of the series. Talk me about a behind the scenes situation, anecdotal, if you like, of a shoot that you've done that was particularly memorable.
Yes.
Can you just snapshot on one of those in 60 seconds?
Yes. I'll go back again. I think I spoke about this in another episode, the Investor Group for Climate Change series that we did. We did a shoot up in the Hunter Valley. It's called The Future Farmer.
Yep.
Sophie, who is a 5th generation farmer on her land, has moved into renewables, solar power, batteries, extra water storage, and a bunch of things. Once again, we filmed an interview with her, but her interview was a voiceover only. So the cinematography and the images that went into that particular...
That was the storytelling.
That was the storytelling. Okay. And I had a beautiful Simon Hammond, an amazing cinematographer working with me on that shoot. I produced and directed. Again, Charlie was the creative director. And the cinematography and the images, when I got into the edit suite to cut those together, just were so beautiful and so, it just drew you into it. We had these images of her in her garden picking vegetables, picking oranges off her orange tree, out in the paddock with her cows, sitting with her dog, up on the roof cleaning her solar panels and things like that. Okay. But every shot just had this beautiful cinematography to it that just drew you in, and the colours were just amazing. So Brilliant. It was just, that would be my go-to for everything I've done so far.
I've got a sneaking suspicion we've seen a bit of this footage behind us or over us during this discussion. Rob, so thanks again. It's episode 3, talking about storytelling and from concept to capture. Looking forward to catching up with you again for the 4th in the series. Rob Schreiber,
thanks,
award-winning director and producer for Who's Elliott, and thank you everybody for joining us for Logistics Executive TV for this part of the series. And Rob, we look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Great, looking forward to it.
Thanks everyone.